Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. So in this video, we will learn what is double dimensional array and how to use this in Java programming language. So as you can see on the screen, here little definition is there. So let's see what is double dimension array. So basically array is the collection of similar kind of data. Okay, so double dimensional array, let's see what is that. DDA, that is double dimensional array, is a structure that is represented along x-axis, that is number of rows, and y-axis, that is number of columns. It is used to handle tabular data, also called matrix in mathematics. See, whatever data represented in tabular form, that is your double dimensional array in Java. You must be knowing that matrix in mathematics, so that is same, that is in Java. So what is x-axis? Axis is your number of rows and y-axis is your number of columns. As you can see over here in the image, see here, this is your tabular data, that data in the form of table, and these are the columns and these are the rows. So let's see over here, let me explain this. So this is your first column, this is your second column, okay, and this is your third one, and this is your fourth one. So similarly rows, so how we represent rows? This is first row, second row, third row, and fourth row. And you have to keep in mind that the index of columns or and rows starts from 0. That means this is first column, but index of this column is 0. You can see I have mentioned over here, this is 0th column, first column, second column, and third column. Means columns are 4 but starts from 0 to 3. Similar way, rows are 4 but starts from 0, so index is 0, 1, 2, and 3. So whatever data represented in tabular form, that is your double dimensional array in Java. Okay, so this is your definition, and let's see how to create double dimensional array. So this is the syntax. Here you have to mention data type, then variable name, and this double, that brackets, square brackets, okay, equals to new, and data type, and here first you will represent the number of rows, means how many rows you want in your that double dimensional array, and this is the number of columns. So let's see the example. Suppose you want to store integer in double dimensional array. So how you will represent? Int m, that is your variable, and int means integer type. Here two brackets equals to new int. Here see here 3, I have written 3 and 4. That means 3 is the number of rows and 4 is the number of columns. Okay, and see, this is the important thing, consists of 3 rows and 4 rows, and can store 3 multiplied 4, that is 12 data items. How much data items this array can store? 12 data items. Okay, so this is very simple, and see how it is represented. See here, m is the array name, so m, 0th row and 0th column. Okay, and this one is 0th row and first column, this is 0th row and second column, this is 0th row and third column. Similar way, first row, 0th column, first row, first column, first row, second column, first row, third column, and so on. Okay, this is how we represent our double dimensional array. Now let's see, suppose in above example I have taken integer. If you want to take float, so this is how you can represent your float. If you want to store char, that is character data type, so how you will represent char, and this is string. This is only to just go through it. So different data types we can use in double dimensional array. Next is input data in double dimensional array. That means how you input your data in double dimensional array. So there are four methods. First is your assignment statement. Second is your that input by using BlueJ system. Third is your input stream reader class, and fourth is your scanner class. So that is very simple. I will show you the small examples. So let's see how we can use that. First is your assignment step. So how we can use simple assignment is there. We directly take the input in the our array. So this is our array M. Here no need to mention how many rows, columns. Directly see here. The way I have written here, it is clearly showing how many rows and how many columns. So let's see. This is integer. So obviously the data items would be integer. So first, these are the data items. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and in curly brackets you have to write. So this is your first row. After that you have to put comma, and this one is your second row. Okay, comma, this one is your third. Okay, if you want to add more, you can add it like this. So, this way. Suppose I want to store 34, 56, 67. Okay, so this is your fourth row now. Okay, so rows, four rows are there, and how many columns? First column, second column, third column, fourth column. First column, second, third, and like this. Okay, so if I remove this, so this is how it will show the output. Okay, see here, four columns are there and three rows are there. Okay, so this is how we use assignment statement. So let's see one example of this. See here, I have created one class dd array1 and public static void main. Inside that, this is the simple assignment. See here, only I have taken two rows because only this first row, this one is the first row and this one is the second. Okay, suppose, and how many columns? Columns are four. Okay, so this is your assignment method to represent the double dimensional array. So let's see how it will print. Let's compile this. See here, you must be knowing we need to use nested for loop to represent our array, double dimensional array. So first loop is for rows. Okay, so how many rows are there over here? Two rows. So two rows, and I told you that index will start from 0. So I equals to 0 up to 1. Okay, that less than 2, that is 1. That means two rows are there. Okay, next is your inside this for loop you have to put one for loop for columns. So how many columns are there? Four columns. And for four columns, 0 column, first column, second column, and third column. Okay, and how you will print? M I, and in brackets I and in that J. Okay, so what is I? I is your rows and J is for columns. Okay, this is the way you have to learn these things, you have to understand these things. I is for rows and j is for column. So for I0 it will do this, for 0 it will run 4 times. For first row it will run 4 times. Okay, now let's see what is the output. See here, 2 rows and 4 columns. Okay, so this is our assignment, simple assignment. That means no need to take user input, just directly put your data values over here. Okay, and you can add n number of rows and number of columns, and this is the way you represent. The outer loop is for rows and inner loop is for columns. Okay, second way is, just a minute, second way is BlueJ system. Okay, so let's see one example for BlueJ system. See here, very simple. Here you have to ask to user that input the your data. Okay, so public static void main, inside this we will write int our array. Okay, and here again how to print that data cells. That means outer loop is for rows and inner loop is for columns. See here, 2 rows. Here I want to print 2 rows and 3 columns. That's why I have written from 0 to less than 2, and this is for 0 to less than 3. And this is the way to print. Let's compile this and let's see the output. See here, with BlueJ system we have to enter our data over here. Suppose I want to print 34, 45, suppose this, comma, again bracket start. See carefully the way I am entering the data. Suppose I want to print 56, again 56, let's print. This is the way. Okay, that inside curly brackets separated by commas. So see here, 2 rows. This one is the first row, this one, and this one is the second row. And how many columns? 3 columns. So if you do okay, just see, this is your double dimensional array that is in matrix form. So now third is your by input stream reader class. Okay, by input stream reader class. So let's see quick example for this also. With input stream reader class you have to import IO package, and this you have to create that objects of input stream and buffered readers class objects. Okay, so here, see here, int m, and this, that 2 means number of rows, that means 2 rows and 3 columns. Okay, so here I have to ask to user that enter the elements one by one. So again, to nested for loops I will use. Outer loop is for rows, inner loop is for columns, and we have to store whatever user will enter. We have to store that in our array. So how we will write Mij, that I is for rows, j is for columns, equals to, see here I have taken integer data type, so I have to write integer dot parseInt in dot read. Okay, this loop will go and enter and store all the elements in array m. Okay, okay, we have entered the elements. Now we have to print. So printing is here. Okay, system.out.println, the data of cells are this this is simple printing. Outer loop, that inner loop, and system.out.print our array. Okay, so let's see the output. See, enter the elements one by one. Suppose 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. See here, 2 rows and 3 columns. So this was with input stream reader class, and last is by scanner class. This is also very similar. Instead of using input stream reader class, we will be using scanner class. That is very simple. Just look at here on import util package, create object of scanner class. Again you have to declare your two-dimensional array. Again you have to ask to the user that enter the elements one by one. So this is the capturing of data from the user. So in our array, this outer loop is for rows, inner loop is for columns, and this is our array that I is for rows, j is for columns, and in dot next int because we are using scanner class, and printing is simple again. Two loops are there and simple system.out.print our array. Okay, so let's compile and let's see output. Again, 7 suppose. So this is our two-dimensional array by using scanner class. See here, so today we have seen what is double dimensional array in Java, how to use that array in our program, and how to take input from the user. Okay, so in next class I will show you some questions which are useful for your boards exam. So till then you practice this, just see this video twice or thrice, then you will be able to understand what I told you in this video. So thank you for watching the video.